How's it going, everyone? In this video, I want to give you guys some updates on PlayStation 5 exclusive development rumors. Looks like another Marvel game might be in the works. Horizon Forbidden West developers and Guerrilla are hiring for some interesting titles and some interesting jobs, so we'll talk about that. Also, we have an update on the Battlefield 2042 open beta. We have a download size on that, and want to note that the HBO Max app on the PlayStation platform has been updated and has seen quite a bit of refinements. More on that at the end of this video. But first of all, a PlayStation 5 exclusive Marvel multiplayer game is reportedly in development. Now, this is coming from Nick Baker of the Xbox Era podcast, who has been on point in the past, noting, "I've been told there is a multiplayer Marvel game allegedly in the works that will probably be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. No other details are known at this time, but it's obvious to see that these Marvel games I do not think are going to stop anytime soon. You've got an RTS Marvel game coming out. You've got obviously Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Sony's completely on board with Marvel's Spider-Man 2. You have Marvel's Wolverine being done by Insomniac as well, and I can understand why they are doing this. I know some people are getting tired of all these Marvel titles, and I am too, to an extent. Like, I'm not the biggest superhero guy in the world, so just seeing all these, doesn't get me super excited, but at the same time, did you guys see the sales numbers for Marvel Spider-Man? I'm sure Sony saw those sales numbers. I'm sure, everybody involved at Marvel and Disney are seeing those sales numbers, and yeah, those games sell incredibly well. Those IPs just have vast appeal across the board, and from a Sony standpoint, they'd be dumb not to cash in even more and create compelling exclusives that would be system sellers for the PlayStation 5. Guys, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is gonna be a system seller easily. Marvel's Wolverine, we don't even know anything about it, and yet people are super excited for it, which blows my mind. Like, I loved X-Men, I love Wolverine, and I'm not even a big superhero fan, but just to see how excited people are for that game when it's probably gonna come out in 2024, 2025, I find that wild to think about. Now, it would be interesting because right now, Insomniac is doing Spider-Man 2. They are also doing Wolverine. Do they have time to do another Marvel game? I really don't think they do. That just seems a little wild to me, but it is something interesting to monitor to see the creation of these games. And, it is a little bit of a bummer for me because Insomniac, like, I imagine they have their plate full with Wolverine and Spider-Man 2. Maybe they can work on another game simultaneously. I don't know. Insomniac is a huge studio, but you're talking about two gargantuanly budgeted games, and it's a little bit unfortunate to me thinking about, would have loved to see a Resistance 4, would have loved to see another Ratchet & Clank game, but let's be perfectly honest, what is going to sell more to the general public? Is it going to be a Marvel's Wolverine, or is it going to be a Resistance 4? I think all you need to do is look at the Resistance 3 sales numbers and you can come to a conclusion on that debate right away. But from my selfish standpoint, I'd love to see a Resistance 4. I'd love to see Ratchet & Clank continue. I'd love to see Insomniac do XYZ, but whatever they're gonna do is gonna be of quality, and Spider-Man 2 obviously looks tremendous, and I'm sure once we see more of X-Men, I'll get, or rather Wolverine, I'll get very excited for that as well. Also, this is another interesting development. Horizon Forbidden West developer and Guerrilla Games is hiring for what looks to be an MMO. Now, this is coming from Game Informer by the way of VGC, noting according to VGC, two job postings on Guerrilla Games' career webpage stand out the most: senior social systems designer and senior games writer. The former applicant needs to report to the lead game designer and work within a core team of multiple designers focused on social systems and player engagements, engage players in social interactions to create lasting relationships where compatible players can create guild-like groups to explore together. And the latter role might not seem immediately unique in any way. Still, a part of the description reads as follows: possess extensive knowledge of stories and narrative designs in open-world RPG games, online games, and MMORPGs. Now, are this Marvel multiplayer game and this connected in any way? That would be a wild development to see, Guerrilla also working on a Marvel game. Then, they're all hitting on Marvel, but it could also be a Horizon Forbidden West extension. It could be like a multiplayer component of that, because I think Horizon with a multiplayer component, that could be something that's actually pretty cool. But right now, that's just hearsay. There were rumblings of Guerrilla potentially working on a new shooter like Still holding out hope for a Killzone release. Man, literally all you could do is just HD remaster or like a 4K remaster, whatever you want to call it, Killzone 2, drop that on PS5, and then I'll leave you alone for about 10 years. Like, if you just give me that, I'll leave you the F alone for a long, long time. I just think that would be something that gets a lot of people excited. And I don't know why they're not doing that. Sony doesn't have like a lot of first-person or shooter IPs that are gaining a lot of traction. Why not? It's not going to be like a big investment. Killzone 2 upgrade, remaster, 4K edition, whatever you want to call it, with multiplayer, $40, maybe even $50. I'd pay $50, bro. But like $40 would be ideal. Dude, that would sell really, really well, but that's just something that I would really like to see. I just think that's, like, easy money, and, like, why not just take it? Take it. But again, that's just my opinion. Alright, moving on from that, Battlefield 2042 open beta kicking off very, very soon, next week. The download size has been revealed. It's 6.861 gigabytes without the update, so it will be a little bit larger after that. 16.861 gigabytes isn't too crazy, but remember, this is just the open beta. It is obviously going to be much bigger with the full release. At least I would imagine that to be the case, but definitely not a significant download here, so that's going to be a little bit easy on the SSD, which is nice to see. Lastly, I do want to give you guys a heads up on HBO Max. That has gotten an update with the app on Roku, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Now, if you guys are not familiar, the HBO Max app left a lot to be desired, so this is a very nice update on this. It's coming from Streamable, but it notes faster overall speed. The app is much snappier than it was before. Better stability, loading app and playback has fewer issues than the previous app. Snappier search. My list is now found under profile, custom profile icons, and UI changes as well. HBO Max is getting a lot of traction right now. It's becoming one of the more popular streaming services. I can talk about streaming services and subscription services in general for like probably an hour, but gonna be very interesting to see how the streaming landscape is within the next 5 to 10 years. You still have television networks throwing big money at television shows, but really they're more so going for live sports these days. And now if you want a lot of compelling TV series, it becomes signing up to a plethora of different subscription services. HBO Max obviously having a lot of other stuff as well, but these television series that you want, you know, you want to watch The Witcher? Oh, you better get Netflix. You want to watch X show? You better get HBO Max. You want to watch Y show? You better get Disney Plus. So it's a lot of stuff to get. You know, you got Hulu in there as well. I'm sure there's about a billion I'm forgetting right off the top of my head. You want ESPN Plus for your, you know, some sports? Gotta get that as well. So there's just a lot of stuff that you gotta sign up for, and like at some point I feel like it's gonna be heftier than what your cable bill was. But we'll see how that ultimately turns out. Nice to see HBO Max get some improvements, but that's going to do it for me. Again, a PS5 exclusive Marvel multiplayer game might be in development. Horizon Forbidden West developers and Guerrilla look to be hiring for an MMO based on the job descriptions. Battlefield 2042 sitting at a not too hefty 16.861 gigabytes, and HBO Max releases a very nice update to their app again on PS4 and PS5. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.